on Will Wyatt when you talk to the feds. Tell them I'm clean. I'm gonna be listening, all right? And if you sound anything less than fucking convincing, Andre, or if anything that comes out of that mouth of yours is fucked up and doesn't check out, I'm gonna sign the inside of your fucking skull with this pen. You hear me?
Why was James St. Patrick, also known as Ghost, so feared in the streets, right? This is a question that one of my subscribers asked me the other day that I noticed, and I was like, wow, that's a great topic of conversation. Let me dive right in deep into that. You know, with the TikTok ban being up into the air, us not knowing what's going to happen with that, I'm locked in 100% on YouTube. So let's get into it. So this is a topic of conversation that I find very, very intriguing, and, you know, it's very interesting for me to dissect. I've noticed that a lot of fans are also intrigued by this, right? A lot of people always ask, well, why didn't this person know Ghost? Why didn't these people ever cross paths with Ghost, right? I remember some people on TikTok saying, well, why didn't Lorenzo and Monet ever know Ghost? Why didn't they know of him? And my answer to that was, his name was Ghost. Right. And I feel like a lot of viewers who watch this show don't really understand the true essence of this character. Right. When we go back to the beginning of the show, you know, Tommy said the reason that he got his name was because you never saw him coming, and the way that people see you as a feared adversary. Right. And another reason I feel like Ghost was particularly feared is because he had a particular aura, right? Like, he would make these faces and these almost gestures that just showed us like, okay, this dude's not playing around, right? He would do that shit all the time. And I think that is what people feared more than anything. Like, it's one thing when you can be violent, but it's another thing when you have the capacity to be violent, but it's not your first option, right? With Tommy, it's like, we always know, like, okay, Tommy's first instinct is to go for the kill, is to be violent, is to hurt somebody. Ghost is a lot more calculated, right? Killing and hurting people was usually like a last resort for him. But we know when he did want to get violent, he was visceral. I mean, he was absolutely dominant. Like, you just couldn't stop this dude, whether it was with hands, with a piece. Ghost was that guy, right? And I feel like when you have a capacity to be violent, especially in this world, even if you don't use it, just the fact that you're capable and the fact that people know what you're capable of and they know that you are capable of doing such things and taking things to that level, that alone makes you feared, right? It's not always about what you do, but what you can do, what you would do, what you could possibly do, right? These are the things that truly made Ghost feared, and this is why people still talk about him. They still talk about his character, and he's still relevant in the show very much. They bring him up a lot because he had that much of an impact on the streets and in the real world. Like, this dude wasn't just a beast on the streets. He was a beast in the legit world, with the nightclubs, with the laundry, you know, with the wash and folds. You know, he hit the political side. Ghost just had no weaknesses, right? And when you're someone who's just good at everything, people fear you because they're like, well, what's he going to do next? What's his next move? What does he have up his sleeve? This is why he was so powerful. This is why he couldn't be stopped. And this is why they had to nerf him in season 6 and have to re-kill him for no fucking reason before he was about to go off to Albany, right? You had a character that was so powerful and so great and so well written that they in themselves had to nerf him down to end the show. And I think that speaks for itself. I'll catch you guys on the next one.